All right, so you folks have had close to 5 minutes to work with this chart, and for some of you, it probably went really, really quick. Now, even if it's not 100% done, every single one of you in this room can answer this question for me, even if you haven't read every piece of the book. Is Jonas's perspective of assignments the same as any one of those other characters?
No.
No, it's not. Jonas's perspective, his view, his belief of assignments is different from every single one of those characters on the screen. It's different from his mother's belief. It's different from his father's belief. So do you think his different perspective might cause him trouble later on? Is it possible? Yeah. There's a conflict there, something that might happen. So I want you to take a look all the way at the top of page 113, number 4. Nancy, go ahead and read number 4 for us.
Our questions for discussion based on the information we provided in the chart.
Okay.
You want me to go?
You don't need to read those things. You've seen this level 1 question thing before. You've seen this level 2 question thing before. We did it a few days ago. I want you to find what page number these levels of questioning are at and the notes that you took on them. So flip back in your Springboard book until you find the page that talks about these levels of questioning. You took notes on what examples are, on what they mean. Once you found the page, just put your hand up, that way I know. All right, Antonio, what page were those notes at? Good. So Antonio told you folks, if you didn't find it, page 109 has that information. So I want you to keep your finger on page 113, but I want you to flip to 109 if you're not there. There's 3 levels of questions, but page 113 says you only have to work with the first 2. So a level 1 question means the answer is directly in the book. Level 2 means that it's assumed, it's implied with all of the evidence that's around it. Okay? Now you might want to keep your finger on page 109, but I'm going to have you truck back to 113. So fast forward to 113. Now I want you to look at the screen and that light blue box. The questions that you make need to contain 2 ideas. You need to make sure that the questions that you develop, 1, discusses assignments and jobs, 2, discusses the character of Jonas or the other character that you made. Let me give you an example. What assignment does Jonas think Fiona will have? That's a level 1 question. That answer is directly in the book. You can find it, you can find the page number. Level 2, that's the implied one, where we can gather ideas, but the question isn't directly stated. I want you to try it on your own. Minute and a half. See if you can't develop a level 1 question about assignments, jobs. See if you can't develop a level 2 question about assignments, jobs, in the community. Go. Okay, I was just doing a quick walk around. I only really got to see one person's book super clearly. But it looks like most of you, if you sat down, you took the time, you probably could do it. Ricardo came up with a really good level 2 question. Could you read your level 2 that you came up with? What assignment will Lily get? Okay, that question isn't directly stated, but what's implied, what's assumed that she will have with her likes? What do her parents feel that she's going to receive?
She wants it.
What do her parents think that she might get? You're on the right track. Nicole said something about a caretaker. It's the nurturer, the person that works with babies. She likes working with babies, so there's that implication there. Next thing I want you to do, looking at step 5. Step 5 says which characters are questioning society. Right now, who's questioning society? Jonas, so we can go ahead and write that down. That's really important. This one child, he's not sure about the society. Everyone else that we've met, they're fine with it, but he's the odd man out. He doesn't feel confident with it. So that's going to bring us to number 7. I'm not going to read number 7 along with you folks. This one you're going to be figuring out. I'm going to give you some information and some guidance on the screen, but it's up for you to figure out. So first thing I want you to do is this. I want you to highlight the information that's going to pop up on the screen. It's going to show up in the directions for number 7, so make it happen. I love how some of you just went right to it, others just kind of spaced out. So what this chart is asking you to do is to identify a topic, compare and contrast a character's perspective of the topic with your own. So what the screen is telling you is you're going to choose one of those topics. That is what you've read about. Chapters 3 through 6 talked about how does the community help people build a family? How does the community support children growing up? How does the community go about rules of jobs? What I want you to do next, in that perspective box, something changed. I want you to make that change on your own. If you're not sure, look at the screen. What you're supposed to do in the perspective box, if you're supposed to explain the society's rule of building a family or the society's rule of finding a spouse, and then you explain your own. So what's your view of that? Then you develop a main reason of that rule. So why do you think the rule was made? Last but not least, you provide evidence. You need to continue with the rest of this without me. Folks, if you haven't read, it's hard. And if you haven't read, you need to read tonight and pick up what you missed, because tomorrow, these charts, they're turning into paragraphs of writing. And without it, it's going to be a bad grade for you. So, get working.